Sabotage again? Oh no! That's looking very toasty, mate. Oh god, burning people again. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode of Little Big Workshop with me, Spacefish, back here in the middle of our upgrade mania. If you'll remember, in the last episode we actually took care of a lot of research. We've basically unlocked all the cool... Oh, so that's the transport delay, by the way, if we were wondering. Which is very interesting. But we have researched all the cool machines in the world. We've got these new fancy assembly tables, for which we're currently kind of emptying out the production so we can swap all our old assembly tables to these new and fancy assembly tables which take less space and actually prop up our production by quite a lot. So very much looking forward to that. And, well, we're doing the same on the other side here with these assembly tables. We've also massively extended our plastics workshop because we are going to be getting some fancy new machinery that we researched right there. We've already gotten the clonk foundries out here, which are insane. Just look at these things. It is absolutely beautiful. And, well, the new technologies are just going to keep rolling in, and it's going to be hopefully fine and cool and crazy and awesome. We also still have some mega contracts to take care of, even though we've taken care of all the milestones, so that is certainly something still on the list. And I think we also need to train a few of these transporters up into technicians whenever they actually get the qualification for that. So very much looking forward to that. But for the time being, we're going to have a lot of idle workers here in just a minute. You can see them already flooding some of the break rooms because they don't have much of anything to do. That's a bit unfortunate. I don't really like it that much, but it's kind of necessary because all these assembly tables were kind of blocked with things to do, and that kept me from actually upgrading them. So that's why we needed to actually empty the queue here for just a quick minute. Now, while this is all happening, though, we can probably already look at plastic works real quick because this expansion is already taken care of. I have already put the plastic expertise trophy into here, and we can now probably look at the new machinery. Because the cool stuff that we got is the injection clonk. As you can see, it takes care of both the task of these foam injection machines and the injection presses. So I can get rid of all of the injection presses and foam injection machines, and we can do things at 2.5 times the speed we were going at so far if we find something for comparison here real quick, which I don't seem to be able to find anything for comparison right now. No, here, foam injection machine, 100%, so we're going to 250 now. And it's the same thing for the plastic injection. So, absolutely great. Pretty insane if you ask me, and with all this newfound space we will hopefully be able to place a good bunch of them. The thing is, they cost 22k a piece, so we'll probably have to see how many we can really afford without going bankrupt. Maybe we will go with 3 for a start and expand on that further, because that's already going to get us down to like 280k. I think that is quite the substantial drop there in our money. Now, these things are still taking care of something, so we can't swap things over just yet, but we'll at least order things, so that'll go. And the next contracts we will make will just be metal contracts for the time being, I suppose, so that, well, we don't use any of the plastic stuff. It's basically the idea, but still at the same time make money, because we will need to continue making money, otherwise we'll be going bankrupt very, very quickly with the queue emptying out like that. So, first things first though, let's quickly wait for that last trample car to be made right here then, and that is things taken care of. There we go. We can sell that out real quick, and we will do... Ooh, beautiful. The drawers are actually back, so we've got some woodworking things to take care of, which is going to be nice. But we'll sell that out, and that'll then mean that we can now get rid of all... It's not being operated. Wait, why is there a trample car on there still? Oh, because nobody picked it off yet. Yeah. Okay, now it's off. So, not totally. Now it is. Repair in progress. Great. I think one of my workers... Well, one of my technicians just scheduled a repair on it because it's off cycle, but we'll take care of all of these for the time being. We'll get rid of the last one just a second when it's been repaired. Maybe I scheduled a repair. I don't know. Now we're getting rid of it. And once all these are moved out of the way nicely, just like that, we will be picking up our new assembly stations as well. So that is going to be rather cool, as we are also able to put in some more than we had before even. So this is going to be pretty insane, to be honest. I don't even know if we have enough employees for this, but we will see. We will find out. I'm thinking I don't know, will I start it down here? I think I'll start building them down there, and then just be moving up. I hope I'm not blocking the door that way, but I think it should be fine, fingers crossed. And, well, we'll just see how many we can get into here. Now, that is kind of the space we need to leave. That leaves us with, how many is this? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Another 2 assembly tables on top, and that'll be the same out here, plus the doubling in assembly speed. That is going to be insane. That also kind of means that we kind of will end up needing a minimum of 30 assembler workers to operate them all, and we only have 26 at the moment. So quite insane there, if you ask me. And I think we'll probably also need a few more here and there for plastics and maybe even metalworking. So let me just honestly hire another 2 people, just so some people can already get some experience for me to level them up soon. Now, that'll all be taken care of right here. This billboard is not going to be linked to anything anymore, so we can now finally link it to the new assembly tables. And then we can probably already get the next few projects going. I'm thinking just like a woodworking drawer, because that's probably literally the easiest thing that we don't need to redo anything for, and then we'll just do all the assembly work in this area right here, so that once all the skateboards are done, we can also remodel all that area up there. And at the same time, you know, kind of keep our workers busy. So, the plan then is going to be to pick up the wide drawers, I think. Those are looking kind of good for price, not too great for demand, but it's going to be fine, I hope. Seems that we've got it mostly set up, which is very interesting. We'll definitely need to relink things here, though, because we all know that that's otherwise going to totally break everything for us, because I will totally just run into a situation where everything's only assigned to one thing or something. It's going to be mad and weird and everything. So for the time being, let's pick all the cheapest materials right here, and then we will apparently need another 6 styles. So that could mean that we actually alright, yeah, we will need 2 no wait, no, not here. OSB boards here and OSB boards there, wherever it's the cheapest, basically. And that is going to leave us with our new wide drawer design. Now, nothing really seems to be linked up, which is kind of nice. Makes things a bit easier for me. Could just be because all the machines this was previously linked up to are gone, or maybe we never had this linked to any machinery, I don't know. But I'll be assigning this real quick, and I'll be back once that's done. Alright, and back we are, all the wide drawers now assigned. Now I know the demand is currently at 46, and it's kind of projected to be falling, but we'll just be selling across 2 market phases. Then I'm going to do 50, because I do want to make sure that we've got a good bunch of products to kind of fall back on for some profit, just while half of the stuff is basically not doing anything. You know, we're usually running 5 to 6 products at a time at the moment to maintain profitability, and with all the increase in workers and machinery and everything, that will probably be higher in the future. So having just one product actually being worked on, I want to at least ensure that, well, it's going to be a big one, and it's going to keep people busy at least somewhat, and we will hopefully be able to make some good profit off it. That said, we've still got 23 idle operators, which is honestly quite insane in my mind, but we'll get rid of all these assembly tables real quick. That'll get us a whole 8k money right there. Totally rich now. And I think, how are we doing out here? We are still very much waiting for these skateboards to be finished. There's a lot of stuff to still take care of, so this will have to wait for a minute. I think we're going to go and get like a metal-only project going, though, because I really want to get that going. We have got the King Barbecue right here, which is honestly not doing too bad overall. It's involving a little bit of woodworking, but that's honestly not an issue. As long as there's no plastic involved, and it doesn't seem to be, I think we can very much get that going. Now, the one thing that I'm very much worried about is actually reassigning all this properly. I know that we had more machinery here since last time. No, we still only have 1 metal bending machine, which may actually honestly be a bit low. Welding, I think we've got another one added to, and this one here is theoretically already assigned to that, I guess. I mean, there's nothing else that it really can be assigned to, so that's interesting. All the assembly we're going to have to reassign, of course, to up here. Boop. So we will take care of that real quick first, maybe. If I can, and God, this is kind of a bit annoying. But, yeah, so that'll all go to be worked on up here. Just like, oh my God, please, click it. Thank you. Just like that, and that is the assembly taken care of. We've got plastics in there. That's a bit of an issue. I'm thinking, I mean, this plan should be saving now that we've kind of set it up. What I'm kind of currently thinking is if we go and, okay, this is all assigned as well. I am thinking if we go and keep things like this and just leave the plan behind, this should be saved, I hope. And I would now just go and honestly, I mean, are we just using, we're just using the foam injection machines, and I know why it's that slow, to be honest. Oh God, as you can see, I think it's only assigned to this machine. At least that's the way that it seems. Why is this billboard only assigning tasks to that middle machine right now? I'm kind of confused, to be honest. But we'll not care about that. The thing is, though, we do not need those injection presses here anymore. And as these machines are just taking care of both tasks, I will just instead then take that billboard in a second when we've sold the machinery and sabotage again. Oh no! That's looking very toasty, mate. Oh God, burning people again. Oh, flippin' sabotage all day. But we will also probably need some more mood boosting items because people just thumbs down in here, and that is indeed incredibly low. So let's go and buy like an arcade, so we get a nice and high bonus from our trophy right here. That'll be like 120 mood, so that should cover it all for now. And we will just reuse this billboard basically and just link that to this here. And we can, I mean, the thing is, I really want to move these zones about the place, but this has to kind of be emptied out as well eventually, so I don't know. I think we'll just wait with that contract for a second. I was just going to use it like that, but I want this zone to actually be emptied out, honestly, because otherwise it's just going to be annoying and a bit messy. Well, we can do maybe temporarily, actually. No, we can't. Okay, it's got to be the same machinery type, even if it does the same thing. So we'll keep it at that for a minute. Something is hissing away. What is hissing away? Is it the machine that exploded, or was there something else? Let me see. Maintenance. Well, these are also quite low, so we can maybe just quickly repair those. Also, overclock this, maybe, so this goes a bit faster. Other than that, everything seems pretty nicely maintained, so I really do like that. There's a few assembly stations which haven't really been taken care of in a while, but other than that, our technicians actually don't seem to be managing this all too badly, which is really, really good to see. I'm just going to schedule maintenance and all these things just to make sure nothing explodes, and then we're pretty much going to be good on that. But yeah, so, I don't know, this whole foam injection thing seems to be taking absolute ages right now, so I don't really like it that much, and also only one of the machines is overclocked. It's very, very weird and confusing, but the reason I'm kind of waiting for this to empty up as well is because I want to actually redo this whole logistics zone, of course, because it's going to move more to the middle, and the shelf is probably going to have to move as well, and if the shelf has any kind of materials in there, well, we can't move the logistics zone. That said, I think it may be empty. It is empty now. Okay, so that's nice. What I think we will do then is we'll disassemble that. That means we'll have it stored somewhere and should be able to put it back. And then we will kind of move things about the place here a bit. Now the question kind of being, and I'm not too sure about this, what is going to be the width of these machines and how do I kind of manage this stuff ideally so that my logistics employees and everybody else can still move around at a decent pace while still maintaining a good bunch of storage. I'm thinking something like this for a start, but I gotta actually go to machinery here probably and look at these injection clunks. And as you can see, they're actually a little bit wider than I had anticipated here. Now, The thing is, we don't really need any more machinery other than the ejection clunks, I think, so we could theoretically just grab another 2 and that way get the outline set up until where we want to expand this thing. No, I think we'll do it. We're going to end up at 180k, which is going to be kind of a bit low for comfort, but it's alright still, I think. And this will then kind of just enable us to resize and reshape the zone a bit more to where we want it to be in terms of actually having the employees move around the outside nicely. And I think this is probably a pretty decent size, and then we can just grab the general storage out here and reshape it to this. So that goes like that, and this will go on slimmer so people can move around the outside here, and that's probably the way we want it. So that is going to be good and nice. Now this thing's going to be in the middle of a storage soma. It's going to go in a minute anyways. And that's at least that taken care of. And now I think with that kind of out of the way, we could take care of assembling this like right here-ish. And have another one on the other side and a little gap in between. Let's see if that works the way that I want it. I think you all know that I really like the idea of using these for like creating small paths in between zones for my employees to move through. Now the question kind of being, does it work? Does it leave enough space? I think this is enough space for an employee to walk through. So the idea here being that it doesn't block people trying to move like this, but it also speeds up people trying to move across here, because these zones here, there's not going to be anything lying around in them. So that's the idea right there. I hope that does work the way that I'm intending it to work. We'll find out. We'll set it up like that, and that will hopefully be nice and fine and good. For the time being, it's going to block people, of course, because this thing's standing right there. But as I said previously, that's not going to stay there forever. We also need to kind of attach that to the billboard now, and now with that all set up, I think we can go and actually get this thing taken care of. So we will go and link that to here instead. That'll hopefully mean that this will all be produced nice and quickly, and well, you can see right here what this is already linked to, so that's all very nice. Gonna check this. That is gonna be advanced assembler, so that has actually saved everything I did to it. And well, I think if this is all good as well, which it seems to be, then we're very much good to go. So let's take care of this. Let's make these. I think we're going to make like 35. I mean, we've got some decent assembling capabilities, and we're really longing for some proper contracts right now. So that sounds all very, very good. And look at this. I mean, we're already assembling all these things, and I'm assuming that we're doing so at lightning speed, because honestly, only 3 of these things are being used thus far. Well, some others are being stacked up on, but yeah. I mean, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. That said, workers failed to deliver parts to construction. Beautiful. Now they did though. Now come the materials for the King barbecues, and everything's slowly but surely starting to get back into the flow, I feel. Now these clonks, I'll have to see. I'm feeling we could probably grab another 2, put them around here, and move the billboard up a bit. Not quite sure about their size though, so we will have to see and reassess that. But for the time being, I think we're in a good spot right there. The mood is actually at -14, because these things, I'm pretty sure, take a lot of mood. I think that was kind of mentioned in the research overview of that machinery too, so we will have to grab some more decorations. But honestly, that's not too much of an issue, because like all these trophies really add a lot of mood as well in this room, and I'm really not too bothered with it. So let me actually go and free place that. That lounge table is going to go in the corner right there, where it hopefully does not obstruct anyone, and that is going to be another 90 mood in this room, which is going to be nice, and hopefully also going to cover any future clonks that we get, because when we get rid of these, that's going to up the mood again a bit, and then well, the other clonks are probably going to dumpster it again. But as you can see, they're like -41, so I think once these 3 things are gone, that should be fine for mood boosting items in that room then. So very nice right there. Very nice progress, honestly. I mean, all this is kind of modernized. The skateboards are still being taken care of, so we do need to actually spend money on that. I kind of forgot about that. But we're also going to get some money from the skateboards and the wide drawers eventually, so that should hopefully help us out a bit too. Now, the thing is, I need to keep filling that contract queue, though, because we honestly are lacking a bit behind. So what I think we'll do next is maybe the snowmobile right here, which is at a decent spot in the market. It seems to all already be set up, which is honestly kind of nice. That is also nice, because due to me taking that old billboard now, all the plastic injection stuff is already linked to my clunks, which is very, very cool, and that is also linked to an old billboard, which is nice. This I will have to redo every foam injection bit, but that is all fine. This seems to actually already be linked to the right billboard as well, which is very nice indeed. That's linked to the right stuff. This I will have to redo in a second. The assembly stuff I will go over. That is all taken care of beautifully. That as well, this as well, that as well. And yeah, just the assembly things to take care of. So I'll do that real quick. I'll just assign this all to that assembly line right here, because as I said previously, we still kind of want to empty the other one out, so we will just keep things in the one assembly line, which honestly, with 15 of these advanced tables, that assembly line is going to easily take care of that on its own anyways. And yeah, then we will have this going. I'm really happy with how this factory is moving on, honestly. Like, all this advanced and dedicated machinery is going to be great, and it just means that every kind of bit of money we spend on work is actually just going to be spent even more effectively, because people are going to be even faster at assembling things. I can make even more products, and our profits are probably, hopefully, going to be higher than ever before. So I am overall very, very happy with that. So, that is some more stuff being delivered in a second then, but we're still apparently unloading the first truck from the King Barbecues, because there's just so many materials, which is kind of insane. I'm maybe going to up this count 20 assigned workers here. Look at all the woodworking to be done now. I think woodworking is going to be busy for a while now. And I'm also honestly thinking that woodworking is probably the slowest department at this point, given that we've got like the clunks and the foundry stuff and everything. It's kind of crazy. Like, woodworking just a minute ago was like the fastest department ever that took care of everything in 2 microseconds, and now you've got the clunks which just go boop 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 boop, everything done. So I love it. That said, skateboards are actually done, which gets us another level up. Insane. Gets us another 6 research points that we can probably spend very nicely on something in the very near future. And that also means that we can now swap all these assembly tables out here, which is quite insane. But I think that we are going to do so in the next episode to, well, actually then kind of complete all of our modernization in the next episode, I think, and then we'll finally take care of moving on towards that final big contract for the bots. So it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. We've made some really good progress this episode, I would say. All this stuff modernized, all that stuff modernized. Everything enlarged, everything reorganized. It is absolutely beautiful and great, and I'm very much looking forward to what the future holds for us. But for today, this has to be it right here. So I hope you all, as always, enjoyed the episode. As always, if you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. That always helps out the channel a ton. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes on Little Big Workshop and many other games. But with all that out of the way, as always, everyone, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I hope I'll catch you in the next one very soon. Ciao.